Hello, everyone. My name is David Mizejewski, and I'm a naturalist with the National Wildlife Federation. Do you like books? Do you like animals? Well, you're in luck, because today I'm going to read to you a book about animals. This book is from the National Wildlife Federation's I Can Read series. It's called Ranger Rick's I Wish I Was a Gorilla. It's written by Jennifer Beauvais and published by HarperCollins. And there is the cover with a very cute gorilla baby and mama. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. What if you wished you were a gorilla and then you became a young gorilla? Could you eat like a gorilla? Sleep like a gorilla? Live in a gorilla family? And would you want to? Well, we're going to find out in the rest of this book. And there's a very cute young gorilla just hanging out. Where would you live if you were a gorilla? Gorillas live in African rainforests. Many trees and plants grow there. Rainforests stay green all year. The weather is often cloudy with lots of rainy days. Do you play outside on rainy days? Well, if you were a gorilla hanging out outside on a rainy day would be what you would do. What would your family be like if you were a gorilla? A gorilla family is called a troop. The troop has one father gorilla. He's called a silverback because of the light-colored fur that grows on his back. Can you see that? Right here, that silver fur. That's why the big male gorillas are called silverbacks, because the fur on their back is silver. The silverback leads the troop as they move around the forest. He finds good things to eat and cozy places to sleep at night. There's a whole gorilla family there, getting ready to curl up for the night. There are many mother gorillas that live in a troop. A mother gorilla feeds milk to her baby. She cuddles and kisses her baby. A baby gorilla rides on its mom's back wherever she goes. Do your parents ever cuddle and kiss you? I bet they don't let you ride on their back. At least not every day like a baby gorilla does. Gorillas watch their babies closely to keep them safe. When a dangerous animal comes near, a mother gorilla picks up her baby and runs. A father gorilla chases the animal away. There's the baby gorilla, the mama gorilla, and the father gorilla. How would you learn to be a gorilla? As baby gorillas grow bigger, they begin to play a lot. Playing helps young gorillas learn to move like grown-up gorillas. They run around and climb trees. Now, I think I know the answer to this question, but do you like to play? That's what I thought. Wow. This little gorilla here loves to play too, as he's climbing around in the branches. Gorillas play with friends too. They wrestle and chase one another. Playing games teaches them how to get along with other gorillas. And you can see these two young gorillas playing with each other. They look like they're having a good time. What games do you play with your friends? Those are some good ones. How would you talk? Gorillas grunt to say, "I'm happy." They chuckle to say, "That's funny." A hoot says, "I'm excited." A bark or a scream says, "I'm scared." A silverback smacks his chest loudly to say, "Stay away from my troop." And there's a silverback right there, pounding on his chest to scare away something that he thinks is a danger to his troop. So now that you know that gorillas can communicate through all those sounds, grunts and chuckles and hoots and barks and screams, what would you say in gorilla? What would you eat? Well, gorillas eat plants. They like leaves and stems, and they also eat roots and fruits. Sometimes they eat insects too. Older gorillas show young ones which plants are good to eat. You see this young gorilla here, she learned what to eat by watching what the grown-ups eat. That's a pretty good plan. If you were a gorilla, or if you ate like a gorilla, only leaves and stems and sometimes fruit and roots, if that's all you ate, what foods would you miss eating? I know what I'd miss eating. Pizza. How would you wash up if you were a gorilla? Gorillas help one another stay clean. This is called grooming. They pick dirt and bugs off friends. They use their fingers and teeth to comb one another's hair. That's pretty fun. How would you like to clean your brother or your sister or your friend by picking bugs off of them and running their hair through your teeth? If you were a gorilla, that would be a totally normal thing for you to do. Where would you sleep if you were a gorilla? Young gorillas sleep in tree nests that are made of leaves and branches. Sometimes their mothers join them. Silverbacks sleep on the ground. The troop goes to sleep at sunset and wakes up at sunrise. Well, that doesn't sound too far off what most humans do. Going to bed at night and waking up when the sun comes up. So, what do you think? Would you like to sleep in a tree? This silverback gorilla here is too big to climb up into the tree to sleep. So, again, he has to sleep in a nest on the ground. How would growing up change you if you were a young gorilla? Well, young gorillas grow up pretty fast. By the time they're 4 years old, they find their own food and build their own nests. They leave their troop by age 10 and form new troops of their own. That seems like a quick time to grow up by 5 or 10 years old, but for a gorilla, it's totally normal. But here's a question. Would you like to grow up that fast? And here's a great picture, again, of more gorillas hanging out with their family troop. Being a gorilla would be cool for a while, but do you want to walk and talk with grunts, sleep in a nest, or eat plants and bugs? Well, luckily, you don't have to. You're not a gorilla. You're you. Well, I hope you enjoyed that book and that you learned a little something about gorillas and how amazing they are. At the end of all of our I Can Read books from Ranger Rick, we've got a section called Did You Know? And we've got a lot of fun facts about gorillas. So I'm going to read those to you. Gorillas are the world's largest primates. Primates are a group of animals that include the great apes and monkeys and lemurs and us human beings too. Gorillas can live for 35 years in the wild. A silverback gorilla can eat 40 pounds of plants in one day. Wow, that's a lot of plants. A gorilla's arms are longer than its legs. How about your arms and legs? What do you think? Are they the same size, longer, shorter? All of us are a little bit different. In captivity, gorillas have learned to communicate with human sign language. Wow, that's pretty amazing. All right, the very last thing in the book are what we call wild words. These are words that I read to you as part of the book that you might not have heard before or might not have known what they meant. So we collected them in the back so you can refer back to them and learn them so you can start using them. Some of them you probably do know, like gorilla. Well, a gorilla is a large ape that lives in Africa. Grunt. A grunt is a soft noise that sounds like oh, oh. Silverback. Do you remember what a silverback is? A silverback is a big father gorilla that has silver hair on his back. He's the leader of a gorilla troop. The next word is troop. Now, if you're a scout, you might belong to a troop and you might already know what the word means. But a troop for gorillas is what we call their family group. A troop of gorillas is usually 6 to 12 members. And the last word is rainforest. That's a type of forest that has many trees and lots of rain. Well, again, I hope you enjoyed this book. If you want to find out more about wildlife and all sorts of cool animals, you can go to rangerrick.org, and we've got tons more there. Until next time, have a good day.